All right, so I have the ignominy of being the last thing between all of you and cocktails. So I'm literally just going to say a couple of things and then let everybody break. So when we first got started with the Ransomware Task Force, seems like an aeon ago, we knew this wasn't going to be easy. We knew there was no silver bullet. I think all of us at the time were very much convinced of that if we could find a way to create a mechanism where we could actually do stuff together better, that maybe we could have a bigger impact. And I think we've seen a lot of that over the past couple of years. I don't think that means that we're done though. I think we've got a lot of work still to do. So what I have here for some notes, in the last 2 years, we've seen impressive moves by industry and by governments to implement the recommendations that we had in the RTF report. In particular, we've seen continued commitment to combat this threat through increasing public, private, and government-to-government collaboration on disruption, increasing focus in reporting on information sharing, and ongoing efforts to reduce some of the risk posed by cryptocurrency. All of this, of course, occurred against the backdrop of the war in Ukraine, which made this that much more difficult to really understand what sort of impact we were having. We're proud, I would argue, everybody here is pretty proud of the progress that we've made, but is also very cognizant of the fact that we still got a lot of work to do. So as we close the event today, I personally want to extend a huge word of thanks to the hospitality from our hosts here at Eventable and with the Cybersecurity Coalition. But I think, as with all of you who have worked so closely with us, have heard from me so many times, I'm really immensely grateful to all of you for what you do every day. None of this would be work even if it wasn't for all of you that are doing this day in and day out, whether there's a task force or not, that are actually taking the fight to the ransomware, to the bad guys. And really, we have to say thank you to you for making this possible. We also have to say thank you to our philanthropic and corporate sponsors. At the end of the day, that's what pays the bills. To Craig Newmark, to the Hewlett Foundation, but then to new supporters for our overarching future of digital security efforts: Amazon Web Services, Banco Santander, Bank of America, Microsoft, Palo Alto, and Redacted. You guys are the ones that make this happen and allow us to be able to do this work. It isn't easy, and we know that there's a lot of competing priorities, so we really value that immensely. The last thing I have to say, though, is an immense word of thanks, in particular, to Megan Stiefel for making all of this happen. There is so much that goes on every day with the Ransomware Task Force, whether it's the working groups or just making things happen behind the scenes, and that's Megan. Megan's making that all happen. I also want to say thank you to my entire team. So to Zoe Brammer, to Elizabeth, to Silas, yes, to everybody on team. I was going to save that for last. And I think you all have seen this young lady running around, taking care of everything today. This is Emma. Emma is our director of operations. She makes all of this happen, right? So thank you, Emma. And then, of course, none of this would look very good if it wasn't for Sophia. So, Sophia, thank you so much for putting that together. All right, I'm going to stop there. Like I said, I'm the last thing between you and drinks. Right outside that door, we'll have a little reception. There's the deck, but we've got some food, we've got some drinks. Again, thank you all so much for what you contributed to this. Thank you for being here for what was a pretty awesome day. The work continues. We look forward to continued collaboration. Thank you all so much.